Guys, I have two facts that sound quite unbelievable to me.
Okay.
First one, that Turkey made the Eurobasket quarterfinals for the first time since 2009.
Okay.
That sounds interesting. And the second one, that with 150 seconds to play in an round 16 game against Sweden, the game was tie. I mean, Turkey and Sweden. Turkey that we put number 1 in our power ranking, and Sweden number 16.
Number 2.
Oh, number 2, sorry, yeah. But the Turkey that was undefeated and just beat the Serbia. Do you have any explanations what just happened there?
We can try to explain these things. First of all, we haven't seen the post game of Ergin Ataman yet, but I'm pretty sure he will once again mention the super early game that happened. Second thing that I thought, Turkey just beat Serbia in a very emotional game. Then you switch cities and you kind of went to play on a Sweden team, which is like, not on the same level as Serbia. And after this emotional roller coaster that you get a couple of days ago, it is pretty hard, I think, sometimes, to actually focus and have the same 100% concentration. And third thing, Sweden actually made a great plan. Kudos to their coach and kudos to their players for actually executing that. And plus, Sweden made some shots early that actually built up their confidence. Some super tough shots. They started 7 of 7 from the 2-point range, thanks to their great game plan, and also thanks to Turkish guys not looking very seriously, I think, to this match, or just having, some hard things to, just having some problems starting so early. So this is probably the easiest explanation, and then it just built up from there.
You kind of touched all the points I wanted to talk about. Also, 20 points in 5 minutes. Those 7 of 7 2-pointers was together with 2 more 3-pointers. So Sweden was making everything. And also, I think Turkish defense was a bit soft. And this comes to the fact that, when you're a heavy favorite, even though us media, we can say like, oh yeah, Sweden doesn't have any chances in this game. When you're the heavy favorite, it's not just all the fans, all the media knowing that. It's also the players. I think you're coming onto this court knowing that you're supposed to beat these Swedes easily. Similarly, Swedes were playing pretty good against Lithuania. Of course, Lithuania without Rokas Jokubaitis, but they showed that they're actually an underrated team. We were underrating them. Of course, they only won 1 game against Great Britain, but offensively, they got different tools. Shooting big, they got Pelle Larsson, who was showing why he's in the NBA. And I just thought, Turkish defense in particular was the problem at the beginning, and also the fact that you just make every shot.
I think just one thing about Sweden, I don't know how much we underrated them. I think I said in one of those clips, that they should have won against Montenegro, and they should not have relied on Great Britain winning against Montenegro. They have a nice team. What they lacked in that game was just inexperience in the end. That showed. And they were actually playing great basketball right from the first game. I mean, remember the game against Finland? It wasn't easy for Finland to actually win against them at home because they play some solid defense. They have some great role players. They fight, they hustle, and they have clear roles. And their coach prepared an excellent game plan today. They were killing Turkey's pick and roll defense with some short roll passes, then cuts. They played a lot of empty corner pick and rolls. So just using that Turkey was not really up for this game.
Donatas, we were yesterday, sorry, I know you want to say something, but yesterday we did the power ranking and we put Sweden 16th. After this game, would you say we made a mistake by putting them so low?
I mean, let's watch what the other teams will do.
Yeah,
I mean, we cannot exaggerate. And at the same time, still we were quite fair and right. They still won this one game. But yeah, credits to Swedish team because they were both close in a game against Finland, against Lithuania, now against Turkey.
Yeah.
And they played, I would say, beautiful, fun to watch basketball. And I love their, let's say, role players next to Pelle Larsson, including Hakansson or Simon Birgander. Amazing group. I didn't expect that. And you guys mentioned a few times about Turkey not showing up. And you could easily compare their readiness in the first 5 minutes when they allowed 20 points, as you mentioned. And in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, where I can expect that there was some harsh Ataman halftime speech, they actually allowed only 2 points. And you could see a clear difference in their defensive intensity, at least. I mean, everyone was intense, starting from Shea Larkin to the others. I think that the only 2 guys who showed up in the first half was Adem Bona, who was huge already with his shot, rim protection, and Jedi Osman, who basically had to leave the floor just because of 3 early fouls. And actually, I think that even Coach Ataman didn't show up because he didn't protect his player for this third foul, because instead of trying to substitute him quickly after the second one, he continued complaining to the referee, and in the very next possession, Jedi Osman got the third foul.
In the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean,
And he ran off the floor, basically. That was interesting.
Maybe toilet.
Like Luka?
Yeah, something like that.
toilet is a thing in this Eurobasket.
Or just pissed because he just got a third foul in the first
Potentially,
quarter.
but I wanted to also say that Jedi Osman was probably the most reliable guy today. He made 4 threes. He finished the game with 17 points. Alperen Şengün, although he is the top scorer for Turkish team, had a very rough, I would say, first half. And Shane Larkin, who just had one of the best games in the national team, just had one of the worst ones, especially in the first half. So,
But, Sweden also made sure, first of all, they switched a lot early. So you kind of don't allow Shane to execute anything in the pick and roll. You eliminate the pick and pop option for Turkey. That was huge in the game against Serbia. And every time Shane got the ball in the second half on the pick and rolls, they were stunning. They were nexting from strong side. So they made sure Shane Larkin got the ball away, and it actually worked in stopping him. Plus, Şengün was missing some very, very easy shots early. I don't know if the ball was slippery or he was still sleeping on the court. But if not for those 9 offensive rebounds that he got, I mean, his stat line would look a lot
but
different.
he also started playing more aggressively and inside in the second half compared to the first half, because in the first half he was taking a lot of shots and then started even to hesitate taking those shots where he was open. And the second half, I think you need to use your advantages against these weaker opponents like Sweden, who don't have these physical bigs that play on the level that Şengün plays on. So I think they finally started using the right advantages they had. Also, guys, how crazy it is that out of all these round of 16 matchups, we're talking about Turkey-Sweden as an interesting game. This is something we didn't expect, and that's why I like now I like Eurobasket knockouts, because the tension is there. Like, there was for a moment a feeling, not for a moment, for the whole game actually, that this might be, a fiasco for Turkey. They might just lose against Sweden, because there was a couple of moments where Sweden was ahead at the end of the game.
Yeah, but you could always feel that Turkey will win this game. But
I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
You never know when it's
wasn't
2
feeling-
possessions.
I mean, you will
That's
feel that
safe.
they're stronger. I know it's
They're
a 2-possession
stronger,
game,
yeah.
but I mean, you know that they're going to close the game. So I don't know. But it's funny you started the podcast with remarks regarding the game time and Ataman's pre-game speech.
We already
there's
have
a
something? We
very
already have
quick flash interview to one of the Turkish TVs, I guess, the broadcasters.
Okay.
So here how it sounds. If you schedule the match of the team that finished first in the group in the morning, this is what happens. There's something called body rhythm. This is the second absurdity FIBA has done to us, an unbelievable absurdity. I express my regret to FIBA. They couldn't achieve their goals. So in other words, FIBA wanted Turkey to fail.
I agree. This is not fair. If you win the group and get the worst time of the day to play your game, this is not fair. And the team that lost that game for the first place, Serbia, is going to play in the last game of the night.
I agree with
Does it make
Ataman
sense?
for this point. I think it's disrespectful to Turkey to play at 12 o'clock after winning the strongest group with the strongest team in the tournament. And I think that they were disrespected. And yeah, they should be primetime material, because Finland and Serbia, they're playing last. But
Wait, guys, wait. Are
But-
we really using word disrespectful? Is it really disrespectful?
I mean, it's not fair.
For me, it's not fair. I didn't say
Yeah.
disrespectful.
okay. Not fair sounds.
Just not fair. Like,
I mean,
you win.
it's just wrong. Okay, disrespectful,
Yeah,
not fair, wrong. I mean, whatever. But to complain that it actually had an impact to your performance, I think it's exaggerated, Mr. Ataman.
For sure.
I
But
mean,
it's something you expect,
Sweden
for sure.
had
Something
the
you
same
expect.
conditions, but it's not like Swedish guys are used to morning work and Turkish people are used to evening
But
work.
maybe it's like that.
I
Do
mean,
you know?
I don't know, man. I know that Sweden played 2 games quite early in the group stage. It was 1:30, but still, I don't see any advantages or disadvantages. The same conditions.
I mean, Turkey were playing the whole time in this gym, right?
In Riga?
Turkey's group
Yeah,
was in
yeah.
Riga. They did not have to travel. Sweden had to actually travel, in the days off. So I don't know. It's
Hey,
it's,
guys,
just, it's just trying to, it's Ergonatimon things.
And don't make it a bigger thing than it has to be. He wanted an easy explanation to why this game looked like it did, and that was it. Oh yeah, look at the early game time. That's it. You don't overthink. I think this quote. So yeah, interesting start to the Eurobasket playoffs. And if you want to keep watching our content, make sure to subscribe, put the notification bell on. If you want to keep up with all the updates from the games, all the injuries, any interviews, everything is on BasketNews.com. And then for your entertainment, make sure to follow Basket News Instagram account.